He's the
boy. I'm very excited. I haven't gotten to see a lot of Stockholm's gameplay, so I'm very excited to be able to commentate this match and see what he has to offer in this matchup. And this is not an easy matchup. Sheik is difficult. It is one of those things where I think part of it is that Armada gaslit us all into believing that it was a lot better for Peach than it actually is. But I'm certainly of the belief that it is a decent matchup, if not very difficult for Peach. And we're seeing it right now, unfortunately. Lost jump, lost float. And it is just, I feel that it is much more difficult for Peach to punish Sheik in a lot of ways, and also to win neutral is much more difficult, I feel.
The thing is, Sheik with the lead is so hard for Peach to beat. Peach with the lead, so hard for Sheik to beat.
Yeah.
It's really about who establishes the lead first. But I think Sheik just has an easier time establishing a lead, and like a lot easier for time.
Yeah, honestly, if this right here weren't like in the equation, this down throw is probably the most devastating part. Just being able to get any sort of combo or kill confirmed that you want off of down throw constantly, and you have to shield. Sheik is so oppressive with things like forward air. You have to shield, and it just sets up so well for grab, and it's so difficult to deal with. But we're seeing Stockholm able to use that little double jump forward air. I love that, using the swing, the momentum of the double jump to be able to shift where the hitbox is going to come out pretty dramatically. Cleared out the stock with forward air, but Peach right back with a quick little Phil Kenton neutral there. You love to see it.
Great tech.
Yeah.
That was really good. Unfortunately, wasn't enough to keep him alive.
Yeah, we saw that edge guard work because Stockholm was able to get the back air to hit on the startup frames of Vanish. So we know Sheik has a lot of invincibility with their up B, but that invincibility does not start until like maybe 10 frames more into the up B animation. So there is a vulnerable part during the startup that you want to try to target, and we saw that on that edge guard there. That was very good. Ooh, that was really smart, using the needle. Yeah, it was the needle to down tilt. So good.
That's a hard needle to hit. The timing on that is incredibly strict, and the down tilt to kind of capitalize off of the fact that you force the bad position. Exactly what you need to do. I'm taking notes right now. I was playing Stockholm in this matchup, and Stockholm was absolutely waxing me. So I'm just like, and that position happened a lot of times. I'm like, oh man, how do I solve that problem?
Yeah, I love that. That down tilt, that's kind of the money maker in this matchup. If you land down tilt with Peach, it's a good neutral tool, and it just sets up for some beefy punishes. So we saw it quick, like 50–60% on that one. Unfortunately, it's just losing a little bit too much of these neutral interactions, and we'll see if they're, beautiful ASDI down into the AMSA tech.
He's hit everyone he's had a chance to hit. You know?
That's a really good use of the Sheik down tilt there.
Okay.
Nice. And yeah, don't try to let the AMSA tech happen. Just nip it in the bud, right?
Yeah. Ooh, wise use of the turnip there by Pog.
It was a smart idea. I like landing on the platform. It's just Pog Epic Gamer was ready, right?
Yeah.
Ooh. Okay. Oh my goodness, that falling up air hit and just led to his death.
So I always had a hard time beating Sheik. Beating Peach. I'd always get like very high percent and unable to clean out the stock. And Stockholm actually gave me the advice, like when she's at 120, grab her, down throw her, and kill her.
Yeah, that's all you have to do.
And whenever I see that interaction, his voice just in my brain is like, and I'm seeing that now as it's happening to him, and I'm like,
it is so difficult. Getting down thrown, like by like the second match, and you've gotten like grabbed and down thrown for like the 18th time, morale starts to take a hit, right?
Yeah.
Trying to get back on the stage, this is really difficult. Another thing too is that
he made it.
Peach, despite having a really good recovery, can sometimes struggle to get back versus Sheik. Sheik has such an oppressive wall of hitboxes that they can put out between the needles that you see here, and a beautiful ledge hog there. Was able to use the ledge invincibility to avoid getting hit by the parasol.
Absolutely, and there's a really hard timing to make that happen. It's really quick.
It is not trivial for sure.
Yeah.
Ooh, nice little air dodge out the ASDI down to the grab. This could be a huge opportunity. I love that turnip drop. And I like the down tilt. Unfortunately, wasn't able to get a significant punish out of it, but still cooking here. That little waveland back from the air. I love that. I love that little tech. You like float just above the ground, and then you let go of float and do a waveland back and try to bait out an approach. Ooh. One hit of the down air, unfortunately, not able to cancel it into the neutral air. And brutal angle there. That is another thing.
Yeah, that's a hard call out too.
Yeah.
That's if you're even a little bit off, you're owned. But obviously, Pog Epic Gamer, he's a bit up in terms of stocks. He can be a little more, you know, he can spend his stocks in a little more easily.
Yeah, Pog doing such a good job of, like I was saying earlier, putting up that wall of hitbox of needles of forward air, right? So. And we see it's just really making it difficult for Stockholm to be able to figure out a way to approach in. And Stockholm had a really good idea earlier. We saw trying to go for the Marth Killer shield ledge-hog situation, and unfortunately got shield poked. But shout-outs to Pog Epic Gamer able to make that recovery happen despite what looked like a pretty disadvantageous position. Ooh, the dash attack, the up air.
Okay.
Starting to cook a little bit here.
Yeah. Just a little patience, run back in. Both players are smiling. They kind of know what time it is.
Yeah, it's so good. The dash away, dash back grab, right? It's so cool. It's so sick. It's so smart, and it's so demoralizing. Oh, the double turn.
Okay.
That was nice. The bounce there.
This is doable for Stockholm.
Absolutely. Just hey, Sheik, can you hold down real quick? I
appreciate
it.
Right.
Trying to make it back onto stage, trying to avoid these needles, doing an excellent job. That could have been death. The angle was certainly going to play out, and nope.
Not quite. Not 120. I thought maybe close enough to the side of the stage that 100 might be enough.
I was saying earlier, Falcon's a sturdy man. This is a sturdy monarch here.
Yeah.
Peach is not easy to kill. Oh, unfortunate. And that's going to do it.
Yeah.
A very valiant effort from Stockholm trying to bring that back, and truthfully, sometimes it's just difficult. It is a difficult matchup to be able to play well. I know that when I am out of practice with Melee, not to say that Stockholm was, I know Stockholm plays this game and was practicing very hard, but more to the point that one of the difficulties of the matchup is that you need to be not only very, very well practiced, but you also need to be able to focus like intensely and play with very like specific purpose. And that kind of discipline is really difficult to do a lot of the time.
Yeah, that matchup makes the brain work on both sides.